Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Imani Kumar. So I have the privilege of chairing this particular session, that is Safe and Secure Cities, Disaster Response and Resilience, and City Surveillance. On stage along with me, Mr. Abhishek Paul, Joint Director, Civil Engineering from Bureau of Indian Standards. Thank you, Mr. Abhishek, for joining us here. We also have President from Strategic Business CP Plus, Mr. M.A. Johar. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Prashant Hegde, Vertical Head, PPO GM, the Heavy Industries and Transportation, Prama India Private Limited. And also Mr. Rajesh Palkar from the same Prama India Private Limited, Government and Consultant Business he is. And we have Mr. Harsha Joshi, Chief Executive Officer for Prolite Auto Glow Limited. Thank you for joining us here. And we have Mr. Hari Kumar, Regional Coordinator from South Asia from GeoHazard India. Thank you, sir, for joining all of you here on this stage with me. It's now 3:51 as per our agenda. We have to start at 15:30, but we have 21 minutes late. But I was also told we can continue beyond 7 for up to 5 to 7 minutes, if at all, if audience are interested, and we can take it forward up to that. What I suggest with all of you is maybe if you can make a presentation or a statement from whatever you are comfortable with, for 5 to 7 minutes maximum, and then each one of you can make those statements, and then we will go for maybe a discussion. It's not that 7 minutes you have to speak, but if you don't have to speak, that you can also give 1 or 2 minutes to other colleagues. And then we will go back to the audience. We will see that if they have any questions, we will take up those questions. If not, then we can have our own discussion among us, at least, because I have not met any one of you, and it's the same maybe for some of the other colleagues also on stage on that. But before I gave it to Mr. Abhishek, I was also told by the organizers that I can make a presentation for maybe 3-4 minutes. I will just introduce who am I and why I'm here and what is the importance of this topic. So may I have the presentation, please? Okay. So I'm represent an organization called ICLEI, ICLEI Local Governments for Sustainability. This is a city association all over the world. My name is Imani Kumar. I'm a Deputy Secretary General globally with this organization and also the founding director with the ICLEI South Asia office. This is about the organization. It started in 1990 with more than 2,500 city governments like Mumbai or Noida or Delhi or all these like Gurgaon municipal corporations. So there are more than 100 odd municipal corporations as part of this membership from South Asia, nearly 60 to 70 in India. And we are there in more than 125 countries, 25% of the population we influence, and as I said, 24 offices. Headquarters is in Bonn, but we are registered in South Asia, in India, as a trust under the trust. So this is our spread within India and also in other countries. We work very closely with Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka and Maldives, and we help them out also a lot of city governments to do various works related to the city. We work through 5 pathways, that is low emission development, nature-based development, equitable development, resilient and circular development. So this is what the disaster and disaster response and resilience is what we support the cities, and these pathways are like just entry point to the city to help them out on that. This is the city leadership. That's what we are working with for the last 20 odd years. So we are celebrating the 20th year this year, helping the city governments on coming out with city resilient action plans, both on the heat resilience, both on the flooding resilience, and also the city overall. Safety is one thing which we have not looked too much into that, but I heard that a lot of our experts on the stage is going to talk about more on the safety related, but we are more on the natural disasters and climate and other things which we have done. These are the few reports which I have shown here. I have a lot of supporting organization like Asia-led, Switzerland Embassy and European Union, C40 cities and all these things on that. We have come out with a net zero climate resilience methodology for the city governments. This is more like how, because I don't know how many of you know that the government of India has announced that by 2070 India will become like a net zero. That's the target what we have. So we brought that target to the city governments, and we came out with the city resilience activities or a net zero city resilience methodology, and which is tried and tested in more than 25 Asian cities. These are the various, and Ahmedabad is the first city which came out with a net zero action plan, which has released 3 years back as part of the G20 celebrations on that. We also, as I said, that more on the city heat resilience, the toolkit, heat resilient, heat risk assessment or the flooding risk assessment. These are the two things which we have developed, and which a lot of cities in India are right now are using, not only at the city level but also at the state level. We came out recently, Mr. Stalin has released in Tamil Nadu, the Chief Minister in Gujarat has released these city level guidelines on these things. I don't want to get into this. This presentation is, I will leave it with the organizers. You can go through that. But this is how a layered city level resilient city action plan which we prepare that. It is like at a ward level or a neighbor level, we will look into that, how that municipal service is impacting because of the flood or because of the heat. And we will talk about energy efficiency building and technologies. We talk about integrating heat resilience into the city governments, in the built infrastructure, all these things. This is various layers which we use it and bring that up. This is again some more examples what we have, how we brought in this particular initiatives in that. These are some of the actions which I have. So it's not just only an action plan preparation, but also we help the city governments in implementing actions on ground. For Tiruchi, like in green building certification for 2 buildings, which now the city is going with all the public buildings to the green buildings. We have like a solar water, solar PV systems for a water supply systems. Also that wastewater systems in Rajkot, which we have helped them. Now the Gujarat government is looking into maintain all the city level water treatment plants and wastewater treatment plants through the solar water. This is also the solar city action plans in Narayanganj, in Rajkot. We have talked about EV. Recently, the first floating solar system has been installed at Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, the first one, but in the overall India, it's 3rd or 4th floating solar system. So these are various pilot projects which we have shown as part of the system, as part of the resilience action plan for the energy resilience or heat resilience. These are some more action plans. This is about en route public bus charging with the solar PV again. We have waste minimization, 20-ton per day biogas plant in Udaipur. Yeah, these are various other initiatives which we have done it. Early warning systems, because of, I don't know how many of you know that 2 years back, the Tiruchi city has flooded with almost like a 50 meters of water for almost like 5 days. So recently we have brought in that early warning system in Tiruchi, in Tirunelveli, and now it is running and helping. Actually, this year they don't have floods luckily, but it is helping them. And also child-friendly cities and all these things. This is about neighborhood micro-level, micro-scale thermal analysis, which we have done because of the heat analysis. We'd have done it almost like 25-30 cities in India, which now they are coming out with the heat action plan, with heat early warning systems and all on that. This is about the urban greening and urban parks and Geo AI toolkit also for the urban planners recently with the European Union support, which we have brought in that up. This is about the biodiversity related assessments, urban biodiversity city assessment plans and investments. We have come out with city biodiversity indexes for almost 20 cities in India, and also the state level biodiversity action plans which we have. So improving the green cover and making them more resilient, heat resilient again, which I'm talking about on that. So this is again the same thing. How do we bring all these action plans to action? As though we have showed the pilot actions, but we also created like some governance structure. It's like a net zero cell within the Ahmedabad. This is the first city in India which came out with a city cell, city level net zero cell at a city level. And we also have done it in Tamil Nadu now recently. There are going to be 21 more cities coming out with city cells, net zero cells at the city level, which you can see the government order and which the cities are now setting up on that. This is another UN campaign. This is making cities resilience. This is again more safe, secure and resilient. This is a campaign which started in way back in 2020, and I'm actually the co-chair of this particular campaign, and we are helping a lot of cities with a complete tools and other things. I'm happy to listen to our other speakers on stage today. How do you bring that safety activities also in that? So this is about the activities, what we have done that, and I'm happy that I got this chance. As I said that more resilient cities is the importance for all the Indian cities in India, also in the South Asian cities. But they need a lot of help, they need a lot of support, they need a lot of tools, and I'm happy that we have people from various walks of life on stage. So I just want to invite our first speaker, Mr. Abhishek Paul, Joint Director from Civil Engineering from Bureau of Indian Standards, to share his views and inputs to us. Mr. Abhishek, the floor is yours, sir.
Can you open slide I have given? So thank you everyone, and I am here representing Bureau of Indian Standards. Right now I am dealing with of course we have team for revision of National Building Code. Earlier the the recent version is 2016. Now we are revising and made it to 2026 version of National Building Code. So thank you, sir. First of all, thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to share what is happening with in the revision of National Building Code. And of course, I'll talk about the structural resilience for safe and secure cities. And let's see what is going on. Actually, the thing is, it is not just a revision, but it is response to changing hazards, new materials, rapid urbanization. Right now, because of the space, we are going vertical. So all those things, we need some safe, secure, and durable and resilient constructions. First, let me introduce what is the National Building Code. This is the model code for BIS, provides comprehensive guideline for building, construction and design in India. This is only related to building. It deals with safety, then sustainability, accessibility and compliance with the model building standards. So this is, we'll see the contents of National Building Code. And if you see part 0 is integrated approach, where we say if you are using this National Building Code and all the planners and how do they approach and how to apply this provision of this code, part 0 is given for that, and then in National Building Code 2016 version. Then of course part 1 is definition, part 2 administration, part 3 is development control rules and general building requirements. Of course also accessibility accessibility in built environment is also covered in part 3. Then part 4 is fire and life safety. Part 5 is building materials. This particular part also allows the new and alternative materials, sustainable materials. Then part 6 is structural design. We'll talk about this. And it has 8 sections also. Then part 7 is construction management practices and safety. Part 8 is building services. Part 9 is plumbing services. 10 is landscape development, science and outdoor display structures, approach to sustainability. Then we end with asset and facility management. When we create the asset and we have to manage this asset, what we have created, and we have to manage the facilities, what we have given in those assets and those buildings, we how to manage those things we have given in part 12. So NBC is published in two volumes, volume 1 and volume 2. Okay, now, so up to part 6 it is given in volume 1, where all the fire and life safety, building materials and structural design along with the administration and development control rules is given in volume 1. Then construction practices, then other services like building services, which deals with lighting and natural ventilation, electrical installation, air conditioning and heating and mechanical ventilation, then acoustics, then lift and escalators, then plumbing services and landscape, approach to sustainability, asset and facility management. All these things are given in volume 2. Now we'll talk about what is going on in this particular revision of National Building Code, but we'll talk about what is the planning and design, how we are giving this part in our standards. Of course, I told you about like integrated approach, where you, since the stage of planning and since the stage of inception, all the professionals, whether it is planner, structural designer, they have to get on the table and they have to discuss all those things till the handing over stage. So all these things are given in the standards. In major changes in part 5 building materials, we have given in 2016 first time like innovative and alternative building materials to support sustainable construction practices, then various methodologies for alternative construction. Then we have also, because as you know, IS 383, which deals with coarse aggregate to be used for making concrete, where you can use recycled aggregate also. So we have given that portion in building materials. Of course, in this revision, we have included so many standards which are being used in the building construction. The next one is, we'll talk about part 6, of course. This is structural design, and that deals with load, forces and effects. It has 8 sections. Section 1 is load, forces and effects. And in this section, we have given earlier, these are the major changes, but what we have given in building right now, more, landscaping and roof gardening is going on. So during building design, you can consider loads of those things like gardening and landscaping in the building. Then we have updated the provision of earthquake hazard. We have given earlier it was given in 2016 version of National Building Code, or in 1893 version of 2016. We have given this deterministic approach. Now we have given probabilistic consideration with earlier, like what was the map? Let me show you the maps of seismic zoning. Since this is the seismic zone map in 2016 version. This was the zone 2 to 5, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now because of this PSHA map, we have included one more zone, that is zone 6. Now it is zone 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and we have given all the designs. Not only design, we have given the design and detailing of the structures in IS 1893 part 1 and 5, that is general provisions and building, and 13920, that is design and detailing of buildings and general provisions. So these are given. Of course, not only this, we have given this is snow map of we have revised recently IS 875 part 4, that is nothing but snow load, how to take care of snow load in the design of the building. And of course, this is the map of Jammu Kashmir, Ladakh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand, and another map is on Sikkim. So we have given this characteristic ground snow load map, and you can take the value to design this, what are the loads are coming on the your structure or building. Then other changes are, we have given this, the other changes are like, we have given because of blast load, IS 4991 got revised. So we have given those provision in this particular draft. Draft I am saying because it is yet to be published, this new version of NBC. Now another point is in structural design, of course, you have to consider soils and foundation, because all these planning stage are being started with this how do you investigate the soil, how do you lay the foundation. So these things are covered in soils and foundation, and various test methods are covered in this particular part. Then of course new standard on or new provision on combined pile raft foundation. Of course another standard has already been published. Oh, I'll take 2-3 minutes more. And that is nothing but combined pile raft foundation. Then another one is like timber and bamboo. We have given life cycle assessment, and other we have mass timber design also we have given in timber portion. Then bamboo portion, of course, we have given different materials like corrugated bamboo, corrugated sheet. Then bamboo bamboo in building design we have given, and it was already there in 2016. In draft version, we have updated all those provisions. Then masonry. Earlier masonry was simply written like reinforced masonry and other things, but considering the earthquake systems, we have make 4 different structural system of masonry. That is masonry walls with prescriptive bands, masonry wall with vertical reinforced and then confined masonry wall, then reinforced masonry walls. We have given 4 masonry structural systems considering the earthquake zones. Then in structural concrete, we have included tall concrete design, that is IS 16700. Then we have given general provision on earthquake resistant design, that is nothing but IS 13920, that is yet to be published. And another one is specific provision on earthquake resistant design for RC buildings, that is nothing but 13920 part 5. And of course in steel we have given the limit state method philosophy. It was already there, but we have included other standards also, like other materials like fire resistant steel, weather resistant steel, and improved seismic resistant steel. Then similarly we have included completely new chapter on steel concrete composite construction, and this was based on IS 11384. Then the other portion was section 7 is prefabrication system, and we have merged the earlier version in 2006. In this draft we have merged 2 sections, which was section 7A and 7B, and right now we have included 3D printed concrete structure, prefabricated, prefinished volume construction, all these things. Then last portion is section 8 is glass and glazing. We have included blast resistant, bulletproof resistant glass in this building. Of course other test methods and anti-fallout measures and all those things, window restrictor for child safety, we have covered in this revision of National Building Code. So this, I mean, I'll end with that. Of course, planning, when you start the planning it right now, earlier what we were thinking that, okay, space utilization and then minimum safety requirements we have to give. Now when we are thinking about modern thinking, we have to think about planning with structural performance, then design should be linked with durability, material should be linked with sustainability, and construction should be linked with quality control. So these are the things we are covering in National Building Code, latest version of National Building Code in 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek, for talking about basic building materials and also the National Building Code. Thanks for giving that information. We'll take questions at the end after all the speakers. Now I invite Mr. Johar, is the president from Strategic Business for the CP Plus. Sorry. Your floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very much. See, we heard of good cities consultancies. We heard of infrastructure, the safe infrastructure and bylaws for that. But over and above that, there is one more thing which comes on to making the city more usable. And I and my other friend sitting here would put light onto that what will make your city more useful, more secure and more safe for you. So that is where we want to add value with technology, with the kind of innovations going on into the cities. So yes, with infrastructure you are safe. With disaster management plan you are safe. You are good resilience. But over and all, you have to have some alternate or alert management system to work on all these things. So that is where we come from. And with the tagline, I start with that upar wala sab dekh raha hai. Once that upar wala dekhta hai, that he tells you that what is to be done. So CP Plus is, we are the largest manufacturer of CCTV cameras in India. Started in 1995, a long journey, and now reached to a level that we have got all artificial intelligence added to the cameras. So the very objective which was earlier the monitoring of the area with a CCTV camera is now changed. From monitoring it changes to the detection, and from detection it changes to the recognition, and now it has reached to a stage that everybody want an analysis of that camera. So that camera becomes the backbone of any system, to make it convenient for taking actions. Now that is what, if you go on to the right definition of a smart infrastructure, the definition says that anything analyzing itself and making prone or making working onto those lines which are required at that point in time is called smartness. And what is making you to to be like that, to be like smart, is the first center which analyze that what do you need, what is there happening onto the site. So that is where in our journey right from 2007, we put up a first factory in 2017, and in 2023 we made up the India's largest and world third largest factory, where we are making about 2 million cameras in a month. To cater to the requirement, and believe me, we are not able to complete the requirement with all our partners working together to meet Indian requirement, Indian customer requirement. So thanks to you all that you are working on the surveillance, or you are understanding your security and safety in a good way. We have recently, like I just come on to the recent development that we are trying to build up complete Atmanirbhar cameras. We want to get into our Prime Minister's vision of India becomes a product nation, and I'm sure that with CCTV surveillance camera, this is one product which we will proudly say that yes, India is a product nation for that. Because the way our industry is going on, we would be working on, we have already made up tie-up with the L&Ts for designing chipset. We have already tied up with 2-3 companies, including Qualcomm's, to making analytics. We have got about 500, 600 plus R&D guys to work on different analytics which are required by the customers, by our esteemed customers in different segments. So this is the history. I think I'll not take much time onto this because the time is limited. The lady will come here. I'll just put on to this. This is our in-house R&D lab with DSRO certified. We have got that in Noida, we have got in Ahmedabad, we have got in Bangalore. So there are 4-5 labs we are working on. We have got all STQC certified cameras, all STQC certified systems. The STQC lab is, what I'll say is that the standard, the BIS standard for CCTV camera is the only standard which was made in India and for Indian companies. So we are working on that. That is the first standard which has been made to meet the Indian conditions of this. So that is why the Make in India companies are nurturing on that and working on to that to make all these systems which are there to be the Bharat made. Now these are core tech partnerships, because without partnerships, it's a solution-based system. It is not only that camera will do everything, it is a solution-based system. So we have got core partnerships, strategic partnerships to provide you the best solutions. Now, if you come on to the key industry served, so right from like, I just heard that in our good olden days that there was an advertisement of sale that there is a little bit of steel in everybody's life. Now I'll say that there is a CCTV camera in every work you do. Whether it is banking, whether it is hospital, whether it is railways, police, city surveillance, you want to put down the crimes, you need a camera. You want to secure your house, you need a camera. Even onto the excise duty department, where a camera is counting the bottles you build from the counter. So we are getting up to that level. It is basically in the buses, when we install the cameras, it is taking up the senses or the face expression of the person traveling into the bus, which makes which pre-alerts the guy that what he is getting or what he is going to do. So I'll not go much onto the technology side, but yes, the kind of now on railway stations, every face recognition, like if a guy just snatch a purse, and somebody says that guy was wearing a red shirt. I have not seen his face. I have not seen the. So in that railway station vicinity, all red shirts wearing people were there in front of the cameras. All 20-25 cameras put onto the station. All red wearing T-shirts. Guys, you can see onto the control room. Abhi to shuru kiya yaar. So this is how it is, and that is why I did not get into much of those technology kind of things. But these are the use cases which I wanted to explain on. The presentation is too long. It's about 40 slides, which cannot be covered in this much time. But yes, the kind of use cases I have given you must have given you an idea that yes, the surveillance industry is getting into the system in a big way, with all backup policies or backup of the government policies which we are having. We can look at that what you need, we have. And these kind of conferences, we have the stall there. You can come on, you can see there that what you need, do we have that? And if we do not have, we'll make it for you. So this is what is with the motto we are coming on. These are the complete product line if you just have a glance of it. And I'll finish here because after this I have got use cases practically visible onto the slides. If you want to see, I can show that onto the stall. You can come there, I'll give you the complete presentation there. These are the models which are there. These are the, so you see that there are about 850 different models what we have into the cameras. Now it is not that you just go to the market and buy a camera and start working on it. You have to pick up the right kind of cameras for your kind of requirement. So there is a consultancy required, there is a technical thing is required to use the right solution for a right application. Rest everything we will see. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Johar, for that wonderful presentation. I hope your presentation is also recorded somewhere through the surveillance camera. Now I request Mr. Prashant Hegde, is the vertical head from PPOGM, Heavy Industries and Transportation, Prama India Private Limited. Mr. Prashant, the floor is yours.
A very good afternoon to all the ladies and gentlemen. I am Prashant Hegde. I am looking after the vertical as the chair has informed. So thank you very much for giving your time, especially after the tea break. And we will be first playing a small presentation, a video, which will be showcasing our specialities, our factory, which we are very proud of. So the console, if you can please play the video.
Security and safety are the foundation of a nation's growth and prosperity. Cities are growing and getting smarter. Businesses flourish. Communities prosper when they are safe and secured. A nation progresses at exponential speed when its borders are secured. With our indigenous manufacturing capabilities, Prama has been the backbone of providing security solution to various industries, public establishments, businesses, and more. Now, we are going beyond surveillance. With the emergence of advanced analytics powered by AI and integration of security devices, we are able to provide security along with valuable insights. These insights helps in enhancing security and business growth, from securing hotels to improving customer experiences, from securing retail stores to increasing customer footfalls and revenues, from securing borders to contributing in nation's growth, from securing hospitals to improving patients' care, from securing industries to improving productivity. We are going beyond surveillance. Prama, भारत में बना भारत का अपना सर्वेलेंस ब्रांड।
जी नहीं चलेगा, इसमें कर थैंक यू। So, we are Prama. We are one of the largest OEMs for the security surveillance business in India. Our mission is building India's security and surveillance industry by continuously enhancing capabilities. Now, this is a presentation with respect to the safe cities, secure surveillance related. So we have multiple products which will be offering all these different solutions. We have from the ECBs, which are for your highways. We are having intrusion alarm systems for the houses. Also video door phones, because this is now a complete integrated solution that we can offer. As my colleague had earlier discussed, there are different verticals or different segments which make part of a smart city. Now, disaster management. So you need to have a second separate solution or a separate command control system which will be working during the disaster. We are able to support that, we are able to give that. Power, petroleum, oil, gas. This is one of the crucial verticals or segments in a city or within the premises of a state also. We are able to cover different solutions for taking care of the entire oil and gas industry. BFSI, banking. Now, due to the digitalization which is happening, the amount of changes which are coming in from the government, we are able to support it with the different kind of surveillance, innovative solutions which are needed. We just don't only manufacture a box. We will prepare the innovative solution that the client needs, where the safe, secure city wants. We are able to deliver. Similarly, education, healthcare, also religious places, hospitality, because the ecosystem is increasing. When we say it's a safe city, when it's a secure city, it is having all these kind of different verticals present in that ecosystem, and we cater to that. Manufacturing. due to the Atmanirbhar Bharat push from the government, there is a huge increase in the manufacturing capabilities of Bharat. We are able to support that with different types of solutions like body worn, PPE, personal protection equipment. All these solutions we are able to provide along with the different kind of R&D which is needed to make this work. So it is not a single solution which will be able to support this kind of infra department and infra demands which are coming. We as Prama are standing here and are coming up with these kind of solutions in this industry. Talking about the different kinds of certifications we have. We are having the ISO 27001, the 9001, 14001 as well as the 45001 at our esteemed factory. Along with which, as the government mandates for the STQC certifications, we are already having it. We are also having switches which are having the TEC certifications. These certifications are very critical because what happens is the infra and the network which is made, all these kind of integrations and handshakes have to be done, and we are able to do it and we do it. We are also, of course, as Mr. Abhishek is also here, the BIS certifications also we are having, our products are having those. Interoperability, ONWIF. We are having all the 4 ONWIFs, that is S, G, T and M. We are also having IK10, which is a vandal proof, because these kind of environments are outdoor. There is a chance of damage being done to the critical infrastructure and the security system which is looking after it. So we are having those solutions as well. IP67. I hope most of your mobiles are right now having IP grades. So already we were giving these solutions long before that. Again, we are here as Prama. It's a long-lasting commitment for giving prioritized indigenous manufacturing. Again, 100% Indian security brand. We have all the certifications which are needed to make these solutions work for making a safe, secure system. And we are also having our own R&D labs in India. This is a brief about what I had just presented. Some of our major milestone cases. So you can see Siddhivinayak temple. This is coming in the religious places. The banks, which is UCO Bank, the university, the Baraktula University, then Community Health Center, Indian Railways. So if you'll see, we have only highlighted few of the major cases that we have done across the years, but it is having the wide gambit for the entire safe, secure system, and which will be able to be interoperability with the other products as well. Thank you. I have kept it very brief because other colleagues are also there. We are happy to host you. We have a stall at 100. So please do come down. We'll be happy to discuss further with all of you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Prashant, for providing that good presentation. Now I request Mr. Rajesh Palkar, Government and Consultant Business from the same company, Parma India Private Limited. Mr. Rajesh, the floor is yours, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, regarding this safety, security, disaster management and response, if you see last 10 years to 12 years journey, what is happening, and government also is taking the more initiatives to deploy more funds on the security and safety. So first in 2014-15, we can see more of this city surveillance was happening by police, and in that city surveillance, majority this application or agenda was the mostly monitoring that what is happening on the market or in critical areas. But there was no control on that system, that how they can help to the citizen after their monitoring. Then after just 2-3 years down the line, smart city come in the picture, and in that smart city they taken this initiative that after monitoring, control should be also there. So they design 100 smart cities where they can take the end-to-end control with the monitoring with the data center, that like all the systems connect to the one common point, and whatever happening, they came to the real-time data, and as per the real-time data, they can take the action for the support to the citizens. But after 100 smart cities, the majority budget was be involved into the storage. But after the storage investment also, they are not getting anything that how they can support to the citizen in the market. Then now again, third initiative they are taken the road safety. So under road safety now, in smart city, they was investing the money. But in road safety now, how can they do the investment on the funding, but same time how they can generate the ROI. So government also is now more interested to funding the money, but at the same time how they can generate the revenue by crime to generate the challans, or maybe how they can generate more revenue to the government, and they can invest more in more systems to apply in the market. So that entire now system, you can see the technology changing day by day. Now every changing the technology, so we are also OEM, we are supporting and more doing innovations, how we can develop the products and support to the government or maybe in market for citizens, how they can get more support to the real time, like emergency call box, or maybe in flooding system like told by Imami sir, how they can get the sensors and they can get the data real time, and accordingly how they can create the action system to help the citizens wherever this critical area is there. So same time, like now drone area is there, how drone can be used for the real time support to the any stuck up people where critical area is there. So drone is there now. Drone is only used for the like information, but now they are sending the parcels, so like 5 kg 10 kg weight areas, so they can shift that object from one location to another location, and maybe citizen can get help. So there are the multiple systems currently available. Now again government is changing our focus, now monitoring to control to like prevention. So now AI is coming in the picture. So after AI now, how we can control the incident before it is happening. So that agenda is for the government and AI into the picture. And we are also developing that AI cameras, how they can give real-time information before happening the incident. And accordingly, that data center or command control can help to happen the incident, so they can, how they can prevent there and help to the citizens. So that technology also we are developing, and we are there to AI develop cameras. This is from my side.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh, for sharing that your inputs. Thank you, sir. And now I request Mr. Harsha Joshi, is a Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Prolite Autoglow Limited. Your floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Imani sir, for chairing the session, and the fellow chair members. And it's a pleasure today, I'm sitting with CP Plus. His one particular slogan, that Upar wala sab dekh raha hai. So I didn't know that I would be sitting with him. So a couple of years back I used to say, but niche wale bhugat rahe hain. Upar wala dekh to raha hai. Okay, my name is Harsha Joshi. I'm the CEO of Prolite Autoglow Limited. It is the oldest and the only company in India which was dedicated for emergency lighting systems and safety signages. Started way back in 1984 by me. I'm also the president of the Indian Society of Lighting Engineers, and now a contributor to the National Lighting Code. Like yours, sir, from the National Building Code, though I've played a little bit part in the part 4 of that. So I'm a life safety man. We are talking about safety and secure. The greatest safety is to get out of any enclosed premises to the outdoors. And that we have been doing it for the last 42 years. So we have a range of more than 200 emergency lighting and about 20,000 fire escape signs. I would not take much of your time, and I would like them to play the video. And before I go, I will just tell you, tomorrow's my session on, I've started India's first NGO on light pollution. I know a lot of people must be thinking that even in your smartphone, you have an eye comfort, where you change your light from white to yellow. So I've started Save Darkness, and we have managed in Mumbai, BMC, to change the rules and to implement a lot of things on light pollution. So I will take up that tomorrow. Thank you very much. You can play the slide.
All of a sudden, power blackouts can put the lives of people at great risk. An unforeseen fire can occur anytime, anywhere, and people are not safe. In fact, more than 180,000 fires are reported annually, taking the precious lives of several thousands of people year after year. The pioneer of emergency escape lighting and signages in India, with a track record of innovation spanning 4 decades, is Prolight Autoglow Limited. A mission of lighting up the path for saving lives. Way back in 1984, a visionary entrepreneur, Mr. Harsha Joshi, developed an emergency light indigenously, conforming to global standards. Thus began the journey of Prolight Autoglow. Over the last 4 decades, Prolight Autoglow Limited developed many products to become the largest manufacturers of the widest range of BIS certified emergency escape lights and sign ages in India. The Prolight range has over 200 types of emergency lights, and the Autoglow sign ages has more than 20,000 types. They are installed in hotels, restaurants, hospitals, auditoriums, cinema halls, shopping malls, sports stadia, corporate offices, banks, IT parks, factories, warehouses, airports, metro stations, urban streets, and hundreds of residential buildings and complexes. With more than 25 million products working all over India and around the world, Prolight Autoglow has a growing global footprint. Headquartered in Mumbai, Prolight Autoglow Limited is driven by its relentless R&D efforts, introducing innovative new products in almost every 2 months. At 100 kilometers from Mumbai is the Vada Industrial Belt, where Prolight Autoglow has its manufacturing facility. This Make in India mega factory has 4 integrated production units and a dedicated R&D center for 100% in-house manufacturing of a wide range of products. All the operations are governed by global quality management systems and processes. The products manufactured here conform to the National Building Code, National Lighting Code, and all the applicable BIS, as well as international IEC and EN standards and codes. CNC pick and place machines carry out pick and place assembly of PCBs, followed by in-line oven curing. Every board undergoes testing for defect-free stability. At the automatic assembly line, expert technicians assisted by automatic tools carefully assemble multiple components into complete light assemblies. The assembled lights undergo rigorous testing cycles of 2 to 3 days so as to determine the desired life cycle and period of operation. A dedicated unit is established for assembly of large size lights made of SS, including flame-proof enclosures and heavy-duty searchlights. Quality tested lights are carefully packed in cartons for safe handling and transport. The Autoglow range of signages make the darkness visible by absorbing light to emit light. For the exclusive production of Autoglow range of photoluminescent signages, dedicated production lines are established with the ideal interface of man, machine, and quality processes. Quality checked rolls are laminated firmly with base materials such as flexile sheets, rigid sheets, or aluminium as per requirement. The laminated sheets undergo automatic laser cutting. Indigenous racks are developed for accurate printing, followed by efficient drying. These photoluminescent signs serve exigency purposes, help disaster management, provide emergency escape signs and exit lights, as well as evacuation exit directions. Our warehouse stocks a large inventory of products for meeting any the urgent requirements of customers. Apart from the widest range of emergency lights and signages, ProLight Autoglow specializes in designing, developing and manufacturing customized emergency lighting solutions. Our path-breaking developments include portable, rechargeable, remote area lights in multiple sizes and luminance ranges, floodlights, tower lights and telescopic tower light for rescue and search operations, including the world's longest infinite emergency lighting. We have developed a first-of-its-kind self-contained rechargeable emergency wayfinding lighting products and signages to brighten the path during power outages. Specially designed floor-embedded direction lights are developed for metro stations, warehouses and underground facilities. Some of our recent prestigious projects include the new Parliament Complex, Mumbai's undersea tunnel of the Coastal Road, Mumbai's underground metro line, the Taj Group of hotels and resorts across India, prominent hospitals, several banks, IT parks, airports, and the colossal Statue of Unity in Gujarat. ProLight Autoglow is driven by a visionary leadership with a deep-rooted commitment to continuous innovations, quality manufacturing, efficient customer service, and empowering the community, thereby contributing to the safety and security of people and the planet for a brighter tomorrow.
Thank you very much. And since 1984, because I'm an army brat, my father-in-law both from the defense, so we took an oath that what we don't manufacture, we will never sell. So we maintained that till today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Joshi, for a wonderful video and also your oath. Thank you, sir. And may I now invite Mr. Hari Kumar, as the Regional Coordinator South Asia from GeoHazard India, to give his presentation.
Good evening. I feel like an odd man out because I'll be talking about something very different from what we have been hearing. But excellent. I mean, such insights I have gained sitting there, which I would have really missed if I was not. So thank you very much, sir, for the opportunity and the time to discuss city resilience. My name is Hari Kumar and I work for GeoHazards International. I run the South Asia office here in Delhi, which looks after a few South Asian countries. And we work before disasters. We are not into relief or rescue. And we would rather like to prevent disasters from happening. So disaster risk management rather than disaster management. I mean, we're not trying to manage a disaster, rather trying to manage the risk. And when we talk about city resilience, and I personally really believe that city is resilient, only resilient as much as its health system is resilient. If a major earthquake strikes a city, the hospitals better be working. Otherwise, regardless of what we have, what kind of infrastructure we have, we are going to lose lives, and that is going to add to the loss of lives and loss of limb. So you could have cases where, people did not follow the code which was mentioned here, and you end up with a building which has collapsed, which has happened, not just in long earthquakes of long past, like the Bhuj earthquake. The only hospital in that district, Kutch district, the major hospital collapsed. And, when they say the 13,905 or 805 people were lost in that earthquake, I think if that hospital had been up and running, maybe the numbers, maybe another 10 lives could have been saved. Maybe another 50 lives could have been saved if that hospital was available. So hospitals being safe is one thing, but hospitals being functional is another thing. So you can build as per code and have the building not be affected by the earthquake or the flood, but having a hospital functional takes something more beyond the code. And this is an example from Chennai where a hospital had to be evacuated. I mean, that is the worst thing to happen. When people want to come into the hospital, you are trying to rescue the patients who were already there. And that is not just a case which has happened in India. This is from Hurricane Sandy. Hospitals, many hospitals evacuated because of a loss of power. They had not actually tested their backup generators, even though they had a clear 3-day warning of this hurricane coming in. So it's more than just buildings, and functional hospitals really matter for city resilience. You know, safe hospitals will protect lives within the hospitals, that whoever was inside will be safe, will not be affected by the event or not affected grievously in the incident, but functional hospitals which can take in patients immediately after whatever is happening, that matters for a city to be resilient. It reduces losses, it reduces long-term health impacts, reduces trauma, and functional hospital can serve as a hub for recovery, relief efforts and long-term recovery efforts of the community. This is a hospital which was built to code. This is from Chile earthquake, 8.8 magnitude earthquake. You can see the building, there is absolutely nothing wrong with the building. I mean, not even a crack on the walls, because Chile has excellent codes. But do you think lives can be saved in this hospital, where the false ceiling came down, the sprinklers broke, and actually flooded the hospital during the earthquake? So what kind of functionality are we looking when we are building something which is safe? And it's very, very important that we go beyond safety. You can imagine what would have happened in this hospital if the electrical panel has come down in the earthquake shaking. Or this one, which looks very safe, very nice, no problem at all in this hospital, everyone would be safe. But is it what you want your community hospital to be? You know, an island of safety which is not useful for anyone who has been affected by the disaster. So what does it take for a hospital to remain functional? So definitely building is one. I mean, the building safe is really one aspect, but that is just one. The staff have to be safe and prepared, you know. I mean, normally you would take in 500 patients a day and suddenly you have to take in 5,000. Are the staff ready? Does the hospital have a preparedness plan for that? That is one aspect. Then the equipment, medical equipment has to remain functional. Your X-ray machines, your autoclaves have to remain functional. God forbid, if there is an earthquake, the people who are coming to the hospital have broken bones, crush injuries. So your radiology department becomes very important. The equipment has to function, and if that equipment has to function, what is written below, the utility systems have to remain functional. The electricity has to remain functional, the water supply has to remain functional, the medical gases have to remain functional. And these are interdependent also. Many a time the water supply has to be pumped, and it's dependent on the electricity. And for all of these three utility services, we are dependent on external services. The electricity comes from outside, the water comes from outside, and before COVID at least every hospital used to get oxygen from outside. The one good thing COVID did was most of our major hospitals have good oxygen plants now. So otherwise we were dependent on external facilities, whether they function after the earthquake or whatever, if they are going to be affected by the flood, will it affect my hospitals running? That is where the Atmanirbhar word comes in very, very important. Is the hospital's power supply, water supply, all self-sufficient? Do they have enough to run the hospital for at least 3 days? 3 days is when we expect either the power to come back or for fuel to be replenished in the hospital. So they have to remain functional, the utility systems have to remain functional, communication has to work, again dependent on electricity, the supplies have to be there. So all of this together makes a hospital function, and the access also. The access to the hospital has to remain open, as we saw in the previously marooned hospital. And together, if many of the hospitals can be functional like this, that makes a resilient health system, that makes a resilient city, which can actually take care of the injuries and the people who are coming in a mass casualty event. So health systems in cities, 50% of the disaster victims can be saved if the treatment during the golden hours, the first few hours, if they are rescued and treatment is given immediately. Functionality is not just safe buildings. People do not die of the hazard, they die because our systems fail, because oxygen stops, or power stops, or water supply stops, the access is blocked, etc. So urban resilience planning, when we talk about urban resilience, hospitals are critical infrastructure. Many a time we class them as social infrastructure, but these are critical infrastructure, and safety is not enough. Functionality is what we need. So strengthening emergency preparedness of cities, health systems, they can either amplify the hazard or reduce the impact. So let us assess our systems for various scenarios of what all can happen, account for interdependencies between these. When water supply is dependent on power, oxygen is dependent on power, there are many interdependencies between these. So check for, do we have a backup? Are we dependent on one source only? You remember the London airport closing down because one substation caught fire. One substation caught fire. You see, there was no redundancy. Can you imagine running an airport of that size without redundancy? When I saw that happening, I am worried about our own systems, not just airports, but hospitals and other critical facilities, which may not have enough redundancy, which may not have enough self-sufficiency. So let us do an assessment, let us retrofit if required, let us prepare, test the plans, and this is a cycle we can never end. Our critical facilities really have to be assessed, tested, and over again. So the most dangerous building can be a hospital, but it shouldn't be, if we can plan and prepare in advance. And who will do that? Is it just the job of the hospital administrators? It is actually everybody's job. But many a time you talk to people about disaster risk reduction, and we feel that they actually think, this is not my job. It is the job of NDMA. It is the job of somebody else. Like this person whose job was to paint the line on the side of the road came across a branch. Moving the branch is not my job. That is somebody else's job. You cannot paint around disaster management. You really have to get down from your high horses and start working closely with everyone. Everyone has to come together to work on disaster management. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Harikumar. Thanks for bringing the very important functionality of the hospitals. I think that's very important. I'm so happy that we have finished well in time with all the presentations. We have, as per the original time, we have 2 more minutes. If you have any questions to any of the panelists, I'm happy to take them. Any questions? No? You're all tired? They all want to go back. I think it's already 5 o'clock. But maybe I just want to ask each of the panelists, because I'm very keen, you are talking about more on the safety and functionality and lighting and also the BIS. One last word or a statement you want to make which maybe we can take it as a recommendation of this particular session to the government, this thing. I'll start with, I know you are part of the government, but if you want to give or change or anything, a recommendation or a suggestion as part of the safety, because I work with very closely with all the city governments in India. So any of the statement, I'm happy to take it to the city governments and talk to the mayors and commissioners in the government. The floor is one statement or one word, something.
No, actually, the point is, the point is, if you are what we are giving in the code or Indian standards, then minimum safety requirements and how to plan those buildings or any infrastructure, whether in case of any hazard like wind or cyclone or earthquake, fire. So all these things we have covered in the standard. We just want to say that follow the Indian standard, follow the minimum, follow the National Building Code we have given. What we have given in National Building Code, and of course then you will make the disaster resilient structures. Of course you'll make the safe structures. Of course hospitals are, I mean, as you said, hospitals are critical infrastructures, and we have given in our loading codes for hospital, we have given the highest importance value to these infrastructures, including hospitals, then power cable lines and other things. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So follow the codes, what you are giving me as. Mr. Johar, one statement from you.
I'll say care is better than cure is not applicable only on health. It is on your all lifestyles. So be prepared. Use whatever you can to care and to avoid what you wanted to be cure.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Care is better than the cure. Mr. Prashant.
So I want to highlight in the safe city or a secure city, what is happening is surveillance is a very small part. It is okay to be a small part, but it is one of the critical parts. As our esteemed panel was talking about the hospitals, even Prolite, Harsh sir also informed, in case of emergencies, that is when the surveillance or the security comes into effect. Yep. The image is still haunting of the community hospital that Hari sir has shared. So in these situations, how will you get in touch with people? How will you try to support them? How will you find out whether there is some kind of an escape route or not? So these all situations come under a surveillance system. So it is important, please consider this as one of the critical parts. That is what I want to highlight. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prashant. Mr. Rajesh.
I think it is both the way, from government also and from the public citizen also. My suggestion will be just commitment to follow the rules. That will be reduce majority incidents.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh. Mr. Harsh.
Yeah, as usual, whenever I'm invited for a seminar or to give a lecture, I just say, just talk about this hall. Zero evacuation, zero systems in place, and we hold seminars and we tell people follow this rule, that rule. There's no way anybody can escape in case of a fire. Half the exits have been blocked. This happens in every seminar that I attend. I tell the organizers, I tell the committee members, please have a look how people can escape from this place. Yesterday I was giving a lecture in Grant Road to the Hotel and Restaurant Association of Mumbai, 8,000 members. On the 6th floor was a conference hall with 300 of us over there. In case of the fire, 350 Shetties would have died.
So what is the suggestion?
Implement, at least let us speak in places where codes have been practiced by the authorities, whether it's government, semi-government, private, Taj Group of Hotels, or any particular premise.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hari Kumar. Mr. Harsha. Mr. Hari Kumar, the last suggestion from your side.
Thank you. Yes, I mean, I would tend to echo what sir was mentioning, that it is really important to build a culture of safety than have policies. Somebody was saying culture has policy for breakfast. I mean, culture beats, if you don't have safety in your culture, whatever policies you make will not work. So that is one thing I want to stress. And the other is that we still continue to work in silos. You know, the engineers don't talk to the architects don't talk to the fire safety people, nobody talks to the geologists. They work, they work on their own. So we need to break these silos because it's everyone's job to promote safety and bring in that culture. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot for all your suggestions. I have noted down. I will talk to the commissioners and mayors and also the ministries at both the state and national level this thing. A big round of applause to all our partners. Ma'am, you have a question? Is it okay? One last question. Yes, ma'am. No, she is asking whether a lot of people can't understand in English. So is there any local or a native language is what? Anybody want to take that? You have your instructions in the local languages from all your products?
Ma'am, thing is that when you are coming on, जब आप बना रहे हैं, कोई भी चीज़ बना रहे हैं and वो है, it goes on to that local language also. जहाँ पर आप काम करें, अभी you have to see the majority. अब यहाँ पे majority is English speaking. That is why we just gave that in English speaking. But if you go to any state or where say Tamil or Mali or Telugu is speaking guys are there, all systems which are prone to for the information to the public are onto the local languages. I
Thank
hope I
you.
gave you the answer.
Sorry, ma'am.
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
didn't follow you in the beginning. For my safety and fire signages, we do it in more than 350 languages worldwide.
So when he said I will talk to the municipal commissioners and decision makers, my question was coming more from there that you know your products are obviously translated, but what about the communication about the products?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that we do it state-wise. And we also do the braille signs in India. So whenever you're traveling by train or anything, all the braille signs are manufactured.
We will follow, ma'am. We will do that and we will take it. Yes.
So my question is with Abhishek ji, and we are making the building code, right? But are we actually verifying that they actually go with the master plan, building bylaws, and are we at any chance verifying that at least the government buildings are adhering to the national building codes and all that? Because I don't think so the private players are at all following it. And if these are not being followed, you are doing the revision, you are coming out with the 2026. What is the point of doing these revisions when the monitoring is lagging behind and it is lacking at every stage? I don't think so even in the case of the government infrastructure, these are being adhered so prominently.
First of all, this is, what you are asking is a very good question, because why are we revising these codes? And what are the, how to implement this code, and what are the condition, who is the monitoring this implementation of these provisions of this code? But the thing is, all these codes, all the Bureau of Indian Standards codes are voluntary in nature. And the authorities, like local authorities, whether it is municipal corporation or state authorities, they are making bylaws, they are implementing it, and they are referring National Building Code in their bylaws. So by making reference or giving reference to National Building Code in their bylaws, that makes the National Building Code mandatory document. But an NBC itself is not a mandatory document. Also, only state authorities or local authorities looking after this implementation of their bylaws. When we talk about implementation of code, we can say that they are implementing the code, but eventually they are implementing their bylaws. And of course, these are of course in their state these are mandatory documents. In a way, NBC becomes mandatory. And when you say why are we revising it, we got so many comments during this last 2016 revision to this till date. We have got so many comments on fire and we have got so many comments on mostly administration or permit systems. But of course, when we are going through, I mean, I'm digressing from what you have asked, but why are we revised these standards? We these National Building Code, because we have got so many comments on other parts of NBC also, not only administration and development control rules. We have revised so many standards on structural design and other things. So we have all the combined effect. We have seen that, okay, now we have to revise this National Building Code. So that's why we have revised. But the thing is, the only thing is, NBC is voluntary document, man.
I'll just try to say, Abhishek ji, okay, his job is to make the codes and the standards, and it's different authorities who have to implement, and that goes state-wise.
And also the local governments, so that's the thing. So codes can be, as he's saying, the bylaws or the rules prepared by the municipal commissioners or corporations or the state government to use the codes as the basis for implementation. And implementation is within the limits of the municipal engineer or municipal planner or city commissioner, city corporation or the state government, at least for the buildings or even any rules, also even at the national level, state level. The implementation of that is most of the times is the local level, local body, which is this thing. Okay, thank you. Thanks a lot for all that. And I think we have finished our time and we already took 11 more minutes. Thank you again. A round of applause for all our colleagues on the stage.
Thank you so much to all the esteemed panelists for such wonderful insights on the session. There was, of course, a lot of learning that came through by you all. With that, I would now like to request Mr. Rajiv Agrawal to please be on stage and present the momentum to the chair of the panel, who was Mr. Imani Kumar. With that, I'd request the chair of the session, Mr. Imani Kumar, to please present the mementos to all other esteemed panelists.